into day 23. This is workout 2 for week 4, and it is upper body heat. So we have a total of 3 rounds. In each round, you're gonna have 4 exercises. The first 3 are gonna be 60 seconds apiece of 0 rest, repeating twice. Then we're gonna throw in that last and final 4th one at the very, very end. Kind of like a little burner challenge, if you will, for the upper body. So think about the weight that you're gonna need, okay? Again, you're doing it for 60 seconds, so let that account for the weight that you're gonna use. And also know that for some of the moves, it's unilateral. So we're gonna hit one side for 60 seconds and the other side for 60 seconds. So you need to be willing to challenge yourself since you're only going to be doing it once for some of the moves, okay? Other than that, go ahead and grab your equipment, get ready, and let's go ahead and dive right on into today's workout. All right, mama, we are gonna get started with some shoulder rolls, okay? I want these to be big and exaggerated to the front, okay? Think about really opening up that upper back for me, okay? We're gonna go to the front, or we're gonna focus on the front in just a second. Ready, switch directions. So again, big, exaggerated, think about opening up that chest for me, okay? Now, like I said, today's upper body, so think about the weight that you're gonna need for that. We have 60 seconds of work, and some of the moves, you're only gonna be doing them once because it's gonna be unilateral, okay? Right here, good job. Good job. Bring our arms up for me right here. Bring them down, squeeze your shoulder blades together, bring them up. Now bring them in front. Again, squeeze. Keep your ribs down for me, core is nice and engaged here. Now, if you have never worked out with me, hi, hello, my name is Bree. I like to talk a lot in my workouts. Feel free to mute me, that is totally okay. All right, I just like to make sure that you have form, you have any adjustments that are needed, and additionally bring those elbows in right here for me. Some external rotation. Now, what I want you to make sure of, keep the elbows locked in, okay? Don't let them flare out. Whatever mobility you have here, go with that, okay? And like I said, I like to do modifications, advancements. I'll do pre-postnatal adjustments, advancements, modifications, all those different things. So I like to do that. I also like to motivate. Okay, I like to encourage, I like to motivate. Sometimes I like to teach and educate. But again, I know that that's not for everybody, and that is totally okay. If you're like, girl, now I'm gonna mute you, I'm gonna blast my own music, go for it. All right, come on down to a nice good hinge here for me. Some lateral swings. Notice the only thing moving is my arms. Make sure that's the only thing moving for you as well. And of course, I will always do modifications, any adjustments and advancements, etc. However, I will always show full out first. If I don't get to teach the adjustments, the modifications, anything of the sort, just reduce weight. That is the quickest way to modify a move, okay? Right here. Good job. Go ahead and come on up for me. Give me a little trunk twist here. Now, pregnancy, if this is way too much, that's totally okay. Right here, pull it back. Right there. Good job. If not, make it big and exaggerated through that upper back for me here. Now, for round 1, you're gonna have a bent over row. This will be unilateral, so that means we're doing just one side. Okay, if you wanna grab a bench, a chair, a couch, whatever to use for this, feel free, okay? If not, go ahead and relax. You're gonna be just like this, doing the row, okay? If it is too much, especially pregnancy and mod, you can also go to the ground on all 4s, row it right there, okay? But like I said, move 1, bent over row, just one side, so think about the weight. It needs to be challenging, okay? If you get halfway through and it doesn't feel like you're being challenged, up the weight, because you only got one time with this one move, okay? Then we're going into a 3-way curl. So regular bicep, hammer, wide, and then you just bring it back in, okay? Then we're going into a kneeling overhead press. Again, this is gonna be unilateral, so you're only gonna hit one side, and then that one's done, okay? So, bent over row is first. I will be using my bench. You do not have to use anything if you do not want to. Okay, right here, row it up and down. Get ready and join me. I'm gonna grab my weight in just a minute. All right, now, again, challenge yourself. It is for 60 seconds, so think about that. okay? It's more of a muscle endurance move, not necessarily strength, all right? What do you need to make sure of for this? First and foremost, again, if you are not using chair, bench, or couch, you are right here, either offset or like this, okay? First thing, your shoulder blade begins the move, okay? It is 30 seconds in, so I need you to consider, where are you at? Do you need to up it? Your shoulder blade is the first thing to move. It should go back towards that spine. It loves that spine. It wants that spine, okay? Shoulder blade goes first. Then bring the elbow up to bring the weight up towards the top of your hip. Then the elbow goes down. Finally, the shoulder blade releases, okay? Coming up next is that 3-way curl. And let's go. Switch out your weight. It's okay. Take your time. I'm going to talk through it. Regular bicep. Flip it in. Palms face each other. Hammer. Flip it back out. Palms up. Go to a wide. Right here. Then go back to that hammer. Go back to the regular. So palms up. Palms in. Bring it out to about 45-degree angle. Palms up. Okay? Grabbing my weight real quick. After this, we are going into that overhead press. Okay, you're gonna come on down to the ground, not yet, I'm just talking through it. You'll go to a kneeling position, and then from there, one side only, okay? So again, challenge yourself. Don't let your ribs flare up. Keep everything locked in, core, all of it. You got less than 5, 2, let's go. So you're coming on down to the ground here. All right, it doesn't matter which leg first, the opposite arm is doing the work though, okay? Ribs stay locked down, core is engaged, you are not arching throughout your back, okay? So right here, lock it in, press it up, control the move down, okay? What I want you to make sure of as you're doing this, you are not directly to the side of you with your arm. Bring it in just a little bit, okay? 45-degree, somewhere in between, right here. That's gonna protect your shoulder, okay? Think about weight. Do you need to up it at all? So after this, we go back to the bent over row. Now here's the thing, okay? I only got a few reps in for that first one on that one side, so I'm gonna split mine 30-30. You stay on the side that you need to be on, okay? I'm just doing it to make sure I'm not creating imbalances, okay? Get ready, go. Remember, pull that shoulder blade back to your spine first. If you are using a chair, bench, or couch like I am, you wanna make sure that the weight is in your hand, your core is still engaged, all right? And again, you're bringing it to the top of your hips. Don't bring it up to your armpit, top of your hips, okay? I'm gonna switch, you keep going though. Stay on that one side. Keep pushing, keep fighting, even if you have to take a brief little breather. Again, can you up that weight? If you upped it the first time, make sure you're using that same resistance, all right? We're gonna go to that 3-way curl. Regular, hammer, wide curl, okay? Get ready, go. Now, again, to mod, drop the weight, all right? You can also do one side at a time and alternate, totally okay. Now the thing with this, first and foremost, feet underneath hips, slight bend in your knees, please don't lock them out. Okay, rotate, normal, natural position here, locking your core, no arching in your low back. When you do this, your elbows stay locked in, no matter what, okay? They go back, they go forward, they flap out, your weight is way too much and your biceps are no longer the primary mover here, okay? Additionally, when you bring it up, I need you to fight gravity on the way down. Do not let gravity win, you control the move, okay? Gravity's gonna try and yank it down from you. You're gonna get more out of the move when you slow it down. All right, kneeling, overhead press. Other side, right here. Control the move. Ribs are down, okay? Now again, I was doing form the first time, so at 30 seconds, I'm gonna switch. Our 30-second move is gonna be a tricep. Actually, you know what? That's probably perfect for me. I was just thinking, I have to demonstrate this anyway. We have a tricep push-up to down dog. This is gonna be your 30-second push move, okay? Now, you can perform this from your knees for modification. Tricep push-ups, your hands are gonna be directly underneath your shoulders. They graze your ribs, okay? You're gonna come on down, not yet, but almost. You're gonna give me tricep push-up into a upward child pose down dog position, okay? Ready? Join me, full out right here, down, up, right here, okay? Now, if you need to mod, you can do regular push-up, come to child pose if that is too much, or completely stay here on your knees. Now, pregnancy, postpartum, even more modification, elevate the move if you need to. Chair, bench, couch, countertop, wall, whatever you need. I need you to lock in your core. You're almost done. Rest. When it comes to push-ups, okay, I need you to make sure that your base position is a plank. So rotate that pelvis, lock in that core. No arching, no rounding, no glutes up, no hips down, okay? Coming up next, we're moving on to round 2. So, I'm gonna pull this guy back out in just a moment. We have a 45-degree row. So we got lots of rows in this one, just so you know. Okay, 45-degree row. Instead of what you just did, pulling it up towards the top of your hip, you're gonna crank it just a little bit. Your palm's gonna kind of like go between your legs, if you will. And you're driving that elbow out to a 45-degree angle and back down, okay? Same thing, shoulder blade goes first, all right? Again, without the bench, the chair, the couch, that's totally okay. Then we're gonna do 3 tricep kickbacks, like this, one side only. Bring it up, kick out, okay? Get ready for that. 45, go. All right, 45-degree. Typically, you wanna go a little bit lighter on this one to start, get used to it. All right. So again, palm's gonna face kind of between your legs, right here. Now, for this one, you are bringing the weight up. It's not as if you're bringing it directly to your armpit, okay? Notice when I do this, I'm bending at my elbow. As you come up, you wanna keep a nice 90-degree angle at that elbow. So your weight's gonna be in line with like your armpit. However, you're not bringing it in towards your armpit, okay? Keep going for me. Coming up next is gonna be that tricep kick back to kick out. All right, 3 and 3. You can do this up like me, or I will show you down from the ground, okay? I'm showing up first. You're gonna load it. You're gonna give me 1, 2, 3. Then kick the elbow out. Kick out for 3. One side only. Kick it back in. Kick it back. Try and keep your elbow up as much as you can, okay? Do not let gravity yank that down, all right? To go from the ground. You can also do this standing like you did with your rows. That's totally okay. But if you want, come on down here to the ground, right here. Kick it out, right here. And again, if you need to, offset, kick back here, kick out here, okay? Coming up next is a lat pullover. With, without the chair, bench, or couch, that is totally up to you. 1 or 2 dumbbells, again, totally up to you. All right, it's gonna look the same no matter where you do it. You're laying down, rotate, get that pelvis locked in. Ready, weights here. Bring it back behind you. Bring it up. Make sure it comes over your chest, back, and up. Slight bend in your elbows here. Do not touch the ground and rest, all right? You go as far as you can before your low back wants to pop up off the ground. Core is nice and engaged. As you pull the weight back over, I want you to think about exhaling and bringing those ribs down as if they're trying to touch the top of your hips, okay? Nice little crunch there. After this, we go back to the top, 45-degree row, other side. Now, your power move, if you want to call it that, your challenge move, whatever it is gonna be an inchworm to a high-low plank, all right? That 45-degree row is coming back up. Get ready, go. 45-degree row. Again, remember, you're bringing it up. Don't bring that weight in though, okay? Try not to use your trunk to help you lift the weight. What I mean by that, sometimes people will lift, but they'll kind of twist out a little bit to help because that muscle just can't get the weight up. That's okay. Go where you can without rotating, okay? Coming up next, you have those tricep kickbacks to kick outs, all right? Again, using a chair, bench, or couch, standing, or from the ground. Get ready, let's go. You're doing great. Breathe for me, 3 and 3, okay? Control the move, don't let gravity win. Remember to be challenging yourself, okay? Listen, you're already on week 4. In this program, there's 6 weeks. Now the 6th week isn't even a full week, okay? So you're really close to being done. So I need you to be picking it up and really challenging yourself as much as you possibly can, okay? That lat pullover is next. If you're like, man, I'm not seeing the results I want, I'm not even seeing progress with my strength or my endurance, then I need you to check in with everything that you're doing. Get ready, let's go. To challenge yourself, okay? Are you progressively overloading? Meaning, are you upping the weight every chance you get? If not, why? You need to be doing that, okay? Additionally, are you trying to modify less? Are you trying to go a little bit longer in cardio? Only use the designated rest breaks. Also think about what you're doing outside of the workouts, okay? Are you focusing on lifestyle habits outside of the workouts too, or no? Because if you're not, you're missing out on a big bulk of it. Exercise, we've talked about this before, only accounts for about 5% of the calories burned, okay? If weight loss is your goal, calories burned versus what you intake is huge. Now coming up, like I said, you have inchworms to a high-low plank, okay? I'm gonna show flat first, and then I'll do mods and adjustments, okay? Ready? Let's go. You're gonna come on out here. Hit the plank first. Down, down, up, up. Walk it in. Repeat it. All right, now to mod. You're gonna bend your knees as you walk out, come down to where your knees here. Now, you can either A, perform the high-low here. If that is too much, especially pregnancy or postpartum, stay here, tap the shoulder, tap the shoulder. Now, pregnancy, if that is still too much, even postpartum, even mod. Elevate, chair, couch, bench, whatever it is, get ready and rest. But you can always elevate those moves too, okay? Now, moving on to round 3, your final round. You have a wide row. I told you, we had so many rows. Wide row, again, a little bit lighter on this one, okay? Wide row, chest press. Laying on a chair, bench, couch, laying on the ground, it's gonna look the same, okay? You just get to go a little bit deeper in the depth if you are elevated. So think about that. And then we are moving on to a hammer curl to upright row, however, just one side. Okay, so that one, you really need to challenge yourself because again, it's just one side. All right, power move is gonna be snatches, alternating, okay? So, let's talk about it. Ready, let's go. Wide row, grab your weight out here. Right out as if you're going directly out to the side. All right. right here. Good job. I know. I tried to talk about the moves coming up, so apologies for not showing fully. But again, you can be standing, you can be all fours on the ground, you can be just like I am, okay? Again, you are not going at that 45-degree angle now, you're going out to the side. Now, again, you're not bringing the weight in towards your armpit, you're keeping it out here, nice 90-degree. All right, like I said, probably a little bit lighter in the weight here, okay? Play with it. If you can go up, go up. We're about to go to the next one, which is chest press. Again, laying on the ground, bench, chair, couch, whatever I'm gonna show you. Get ready, come on down for me wherever you're going. Right here, press it up, down, tap and right back up. Slow the descent down, right back up, okay? When you're doing this, your elbows should not be directly out from your shoulders, meaning don't create like a T, okay? What I want you to do is bring them in just a little bit, kind of like you're doing 45 degrees here. Press it up, okay? This is gonna protect your shoulders. Squeeze at the top, act like you have an egg right in that armpit and you're trying to break it, okay? Your knuckles go straight to the sky. Do not let them roll back, all right? Coming up next is that hammer curl to overhead press. And again, it is one side, okay? So choose very wisely for your challenging weight, okay? Again, you should be able to maintain form, but you should be able to still do the move and feel the challenge. Ready? One side right here. Hammer up, bring it down. Flip that palm towards you. About chest height or just below. Slow it down, okay? I have to go up. Up. Now, why do some of these moves unilateral wise? It's actually really good for the body. It's good for the muscles. It is good for balance, stabilization, the way that it targets the core. So yes, you're getting core work in here. You're welcome. But it's actually really good to do unilateral work. Mix that in, not just solely bilateral, okay? Unilateral means you're doing one side at a time. Bilateral means you're doing both, okay? Keep going. After this, back to that wide row, okay? One final time. Get ready in 2, 1, let's go. Right here, now, if you are standing up, make sure your chest is over the ground. If you're using a chair, bench, or couch, it's automatically gonna be more over the ground. But because we're working the back, I need for your chest to be over the ground here, okay? Make sure you're challenging yourself, all right? Look, today's devotional is about shame. So during our cool down, I'm gonna talk a little bit about that, but I want you to start thinking of what you've been doing so far in this program ever made you feel embarrassed or shame because maybe you're not where you want to be right now. Maybe there's a little disappointment sprinkled in there. I want you to think about that. And if there's not, that's totally okay. All right, but think about that. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that come the end, okay? We're moving on to chest press in 2, 1, go. I gotta up the weight here, okay? Chest press after this is that hammy curl to upright row. Last 60-second move before we go into those snatches, okay? Now, when it comes to the snatches, I will show what to do during the hammy to upright. And then when we start it, I'll show it full out once and then I will go right into modification, okay? Modification, you just kind of break the move down a little bit. All right? Breathe, ribs are down. Don't let them flare up. Low back is down. I don't want you arching it up to the sky, okay? You're doing great. We're about to get up and go, okay? And go. Last time. So after this, we have that ham or we're doing the ham to upright. I was about to say we're doing a ham snatch. That's not at all what we're doing, all right? We're gonna go straight into snatches. My brain is like not wanting to work this morning. That's okay. There we go, breathe. I'm gonna show you in just a minute. Now, when it comes to the snatches, typically you wanna do a little bit heavier just because you're using a lot of momentum. Okay, you're using a lot of momentum. You are using your core. Here's the thing. If you're gonna modify, start a little bit lighter, okay? Because you have to slow it down. So what it's gonna look like, right here, weight, you're gonna snatch straight up, down, switch it, okay? Your goal is to go as fast as you can. All right, I'm gonna break it down. Full out, again, you go as fast as you can, down. Now when you're doing a snatch, you're keeping the weight close to your body and snatching it all the way up. You really don't stop. Now if you need to mod, you can start from the ground or not. Right up here, stand up tall, upright, help it if you need to overhead, down, switch. All right, keep going, keep going. All right, I challenged you with your lower body, so I'm gonna challenge you with this one, and you're not gonna know how long we go. We're just gonna go, and I'm gonna challenge you to keep pushing. Can you up your weight? If yes, go, change it. If not, stay where you are. Totally okay, I need you pushing. I need you fighting. You're almost there. Okay, stay with me, stay with me. Yes, mama. Fight. Right now, push through it, challenge yourself, and rest. You just need a full minute of those. All right? So if you were doubting yourself, don't, because you just proved you can do it. You're stronger than any time that can be put on the clock. It's up here though, okay? Good job. All right, right here, cross it over for me. Breathe. Now tomorrow is a rest day, okay? Soak it in, okay? Breathe. Go ahead and switch. Now, like I said, today's devotional is about shame. I want to remind you that sometimes fitness journeys bring on some shame, right? They can bring on a lot of shame right here. Because sometimes you start to think about, you've done this, you've done that, and it seems like you can't get it together, you know? Why do I keep falling off? Why can't I just get this right? Man, I tried again and I failed again. I'm at this point when I should be seeing this and I'm seeing this, whatever it is, okay? Roll out your wrist right here. And here's the thing. Shame, go ahead and pull, is a dangerous emotion. Okay, it's a dangerous feeling to have. Go ahead and switch sides. Shame will trap you inside of a box. It's gonna hold you tight there, okay? Go ahead and go the opposite direction here. The thing is that the enemy loves to trap you in your shame. He loves to point out things where you're falling short, or he likes to make things look like you're failing even though you're not. He likes, go ahead, switch sides, to make you question yourself, make you question if you're even good at X, Y, and Z, if this will ever be good enough for you. He'll tell you, look, you've never been able to do it before. Why do you think you're gonna be able to do it now? You're just failing again. He's gonna throw all that in your face, okay? Right here. Get your triceps. What he's also gonna do is he's gonna remind you of every single time that you have made a mistake. And what he's gonna do is he's gonna replay it like a broken record in your brain. Okay, over and over again. And the thing is, it might have been something that happened recently, or it might have been something that happened years ago. And he's gonna keep replaying it in your head. He's gonna keep going over and over the details, the conversations, the things you did say versus what you didn't say versus what you should have said. All those different things, how you made somebody feel or how something made you feel. And he's gonna trap you in it, okay? Go ahead and relax. Little shoulder rolls here. Nice and controlled. He's gonna trap you there. Because if he can trap you in that, he can start secluding you. He can start to make you feel more isolated. He can start to make you feel like you're not gonna succeed, that you're alone, that you've been abandoned, and that you're no good. You're a failure. You can never do anything right. This will never be for you. Go ahead, come on down to the ground. Right here, we're just gonna thread. Come on under. And come on up. He's gonna try and make you start to doubt yourself over and over and over again. But here's also the thing that can happen. When you are trapped inside a box of shame, there's a cascade of events, okay? Blame, deflection, fear, embarrassment, abandonment, anger. All of those can start to come in. So many more things can start to come in as well, okay? But go ahead, relax, okay? If you need to boot off, that's totally okay. I'm just gonna finish this real quick. Think about in Genesis 2, okay? Genesis 2, verse 25, the last verse, okay? It says that Adam and his wife were naked and they felt no shame. That's how chapter 2 ends. Chapter 3, if you don't know, chapter 3 is when the fall is gonna happen, okay? It opens up with the serpent, the enemy, coming to Eve, and he deceives her. And after the deception happens and God comes back and he's looking for Adam, Adam said, we hid because we were fearful because we're naked. So already shame has entered in the room. Fear has entered in the room. Running because he now doesn't want to be seen and he doesn't want to be abandoned by God for how he looks, okay? Additionally, move on down a couple verses, and he starts to blame Eve, that woman that you left me with. Shame, like I said, is a dangerous emotion because so many things can come out of it. It stirs up a lot that's lies, but it can also start to make you think that God doesn't care, that God doesn't love you, that God doesn't want you. I've been there, I understand it. I've felt it way more than I would like to admit. And I think it's safe to say that everybody is going to continue to feel it from time to time. But here's the thing, you have to remember the promises that we are told. You have to. First and foremost, Jeremiah 29:11. We are told so clearly, he doesn't want us to be pent up and shame and worry and doubt and fear. That's not what he's wanted for us. We were never meant to hold shame. That's not how God wanted it to be. But we live in a fallen and in a broken world, so of course shame's gonna come in, and the enemy doesn't help with that. He amps it up. Okay, your shame might start off as just like a little small ember, but he's gonna throw the gasoline on it and watch it engulf you. But you have to remember that there is no shame. There is no shame in God's love. Okay, Romans 5:5 tells us this. There is no shame in God's love. And we are told several other times that with God, he doesn't hold our shame. He doesn't put us to shame. He doesn't remember our shame. There is no disgrace. He doesn't see any of that. So why do we then hold ourselves to it? When Christ died on that cross, he paid the price and covered it all. That includes your shame. Who are we to say it wasn't good enough? We aren't. So if you're battling with shame in anything, motherhood, maybe you accidentally yelled at your kids because they have been going chaotic crazy lately and you've been overwhelmed, overstimulated. Maybe they haven't been listening. The toys are everywhere. Food is everywhere. You're trying to clean up and catch up, but they're undoing everything behind you and you just haven't had a moment to breathe by yourself. And so you accidentally snap at them. Or maybe you feel like you're not able to keep up with everything you need to keep up with and you're becoming a bad mom because you have responsibilities that you have to do outside of the home and you start doubting, am I a bad mom for working? Maybe you're holding shame because of a conversation or something that happened between you and your child or you and your spouse or you and a friend or whatever it is. And you're like, man, I messed up. But you hold on to it. Maybe it's in this health and fitness journey or in any other health and fitness journey, and you're like, I've never been able to do it. Why do I think I'm going to be able to do it now? I try and I fail. I try and I fail. Listen to me. That's not your story. First off, you are not the sum of your past mistakes, okay? You are not. And if it happened 30 seconds ago, it's a past mistake, okay? You are not the sum of all of that. We are so much more. And in God's love, there is no shame. He loves you. Additionally, that's the enemy trying to hold you in there. He's going to replay it because he doesn't want you to succeed. That's the thing, is that when you start to succeed and you start to believe in God's truth, the things that change, the things that happen, and the things that you can then do, and the impact that you can then have, he doesn't want you to do that. He wants to control you like a puppet, and that's what he's trying to do. So if you're holding on to any of that shame and you notice that it is preventing you from stepping forward, from stepping out, from trusting God, from moving past it so that you can do what you need to do next, release it. Spend time with God. Ask him to search your heart into what you're holding on to as far as shame. And then ask him to release it. Go study his word. If you have the devotional, read the verses that I've included in there. They point to time and time again. He's like, what are you talking about? There is no shame. I don't know what you're talking about. So Mama, I know this was a little bit long and I apologize for that, but if you're still here, I thank you for that. I'm about over. Mama, don't hold on to the shame. The shame is only going to drag you down, it's going to chain you down, and it's going to break you down. I know I say this in every single video, and I'm going to say it again. Do not give the enemy that power. That's all he wants. He wants control. He wants power. He wants more ego thrown onto him. He wants it all. That's what he wants. Don't give it to him. Don't give it to him. He wants to get to God first, and he can't. So he gets to God through us, or he tries to, by trying to destroy us and break us. Don't let him do that. Release that shame. You are not the sum of your past mistakes. If you make a mistake, something that makes you feel that shame, that regret, own it. You yelled at your kids, man, guys, I'm sorry. It's not an excuse, but mommy's dealing with X, Y, and Z, and it came out. Mommy had big emotions. But that's not how we handle big emotions, and I'm sorry. You talked out of line to a spouse, a friend, a family member, same thing. You messed up with a sin, own it. Talk to God. You did something in a fitness journey that you felt like, man, I bought this, I paid for that, I started this, and I couldn't do it. Fix it. Own it. Acknowledge that, yeah, I have an issue with commitment. I have an issue with staying consistent. I have an issue with being lazy. I have an issue with gluttony. Own it. And then work past it and keep fighting, and don't let him hold you in that shame. Okay? Other than that, I am going to let you go. All right. Have such an amazing day, mama, okay? Amazing day, night, week, weekend, whenever this is for you. And I will see you right back here for our next workout together. Remember, tomorrow, if you're following the calendar, is a rest day, okay? So have a great rest day, and I will see you back here, okay? Have a great, great day.